And we're back with some more Starsector. Oh, no. Yeah, pick a different one. New game? No. Oh, yes, that looks far more evil. I know you can randomize the character, but I also like to randomize the settings we're starting on just so that it comes up with a different map. Our character's name will be Max Stereotype. Their job? To make us a whole bunch of cash. We're going to go with the Explorer start because this is my preferred start on this. Yep, normal. And we're going to start with the tutorial. Now, if you want to see why I start with the tutorial, I actually did a tutorial on this ages ago. Just search for it on the channel videos, you'll find it. It just means we can grind up about 200 to 300 grand really early on using a few tricks in the early stages, but I'm just going to skip most of that. Alright, for those of you who never played this game, we'll go over it pretty briefly. You actually have a little fleet of ships, you go around, you get into fights, you can do bounty hunting, trading, all sorts of things. There's some overarching storylines and things you can do, but the main fun of this game is grinding up a big fleet of ships with lots of guns in them and blowing stuff up. You know, like most games. I mean, there's other stuff you can do. You can also create a colony, which I really want to get around to doing. And there's all this stuff to do, but at the start, the main thing is make lots of money. And the way to make lots of money in this early game is, well, immediately go in here to trade. Yeah, we can dismiss all of that. We want to go into the black market and buy out all their fuel supplies. We're probably going to need that. Namely because it's still cheap right now. Right now, everything's still relatively cheap, but it's about to all get really, really expensive. See, the way this mission works is there's a cutoff point on this sector. It's been cut off from the rest of the universe because the wormhole that leads to the place has been blocked. So when that happens, the prices in here go through the roof and everything goes absolutely crazy. So what this person tells you to do is you need to go over and talk to the pirates and you need to chat to someone over there to complete this quest. However, to do that, you need to go dark, which means you have to turn off your transponder. And normally you don't turn off your transponder when you're anywhere in a nice place because, you know, that gets you in trouble. People don't like people with their transponder off. It's like your IFFID, your friend or foe identification. If you don't have it on in civilized space, they basically come and scan you, and it's bad. So because of this mission, though, we're able to turn that off, and then what we can do is we can trade freely on the black market. Normally when you trade a lot of stuff on the black market, it raises up your suspicion level, which means people come along and scan you. But if you don't have your transponder on, you can buy as much stuff on the black market as possible, and they don't care. Well, assuming they also... Never mind. What we're going to do here, though, is buy a bunch of drugs. The pirate station just across the way will pay a premium for them. So, yes, thank you very much. Here we go. We have 39 drugs, and what we're going to do for a little bit here is instead of completing this mission that they've given us, which we don't really care so much about, we're just going to go back and forth a few times trading all the drugs they've got over here with the people over there. Yeah, this could take a few minutes. Oh, and because of the fleet start we've chosen, we've got so many ships that the pirates won't try and get in our way. Our fleet is big enough that it scares them off. This means we can just simply fly back and forth super quick and get this all done. One of the other reasons it's so important to trade on the black market as well, if you try and sell your drugs on the regular market, they'll actually charge you. Also, the pirates are the only ones that can buy them legally. So that would cost us an awful lot of money. There's a 30% tax there. Here we get the full whack, giving us 25 grand, which is wonderful. Also, they seem to have a fairly decent amount, or... We can buy these organs here and sell them back at the base. They're actually, okay, they're above average here, but the home base or the home star system place, they'll pay even more for them. Just a quick way to make a bunch of money early on. We've already went up to about 125 grand just doing those drug runs, though I am going to pick up those gravitron beams. They're really handy and pretty rare to find. Well, semi-rare. Anyway, now that we've got that all out of the way with, oh, there's actually some salvage we can get over here as well. One thing, when it comes to the character screen here, the first thing you want to get is navigation. +1 to your maximum burn level and increases your sustained burn ability by 1. But we'll go more into that later, but this is pretty much a no-brainer for every single character. You just need it. It's impossible to get by without it. Now, this one's not really that important, but considering the playstyle we're going to be using, we're not going to be going with the combat skills. We're going to be going with a lot of trading because it's the fastest way to make as much money as possible. And that's what we're here to do. I want to see how far we can get in a week, and just... Bounty hunting is not nearly as profitable as this is, speed-wise, in terms of how much time and effort you put in. Now that that mission is finished and all the base stuff is done, we've got about 350 grand that we've made out of that. Remember, we started on about 20. That's why I bother with actually doing the training mission, the tutorial mission every time, just so that we can get all this cash. Now comes the drug trading montage. We're just going to trade just enormous amounts of drugs. Yes, fleet has entered hyperspace. Make sure you've got lots of fuel for this. Never run out of fuel in hyperspace. Shouldn't be a problem, though. We're just going to do a little bit of early drug trading. Turn the transponder on? Yeah, normally you want to turn it on, but I think we're going to appear beside pirates, which might be a better idea. Yeah, we definitely appeared beside pirates. In that case, I think we'll just maybe go do a little bit of trading with the pirates first. But first we'll hide in an asteroid belt. We don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves when we turn off our transponder. There we go. No one should notice while we were in there. Alright, let's see what they got to trade. While you're going around trading, you're going to find these things called mod specs. They're basically research that you can use to put on your ships. For example, this can put a makeshift shield. You can refit one of your ships to have a makeshift shield generator. This one can allow you to put in surveying equipment. This one, like, they're all different ones. Just buy them all. I literally get all of them because at some point you're going to want to just get them so that they don't show up anymore. Once you've bought them out of here, they never show up again. See that one there? That's already known, so that won't show up anymore. Oh, accelerated shields. You know what? Yep. We'll grab that one. Why not? The first thing you'll be sent to do after the tutorial area is to go to this place, Jungala, in the whatever system, the Corvus system. After you do that, the next thing you want to do is head straight over to this location. There is an abandoned terraforming platform. This thing is great. It's basically a storage bin. There's several of these types of things located around the place, but effectively you can just store stuff here for free. So stuff that we might want later, but we don't need right now, we can store up here, including ships. Now, I've sold off the ones I don't want because, well, I just need enough to scare off the pirates, but not so much that it's costing us a lot of maintenance. Everything you fly with has a maintenance cost. For example, this ship here has a maintenance supplies a month of 18, which means we have to give it these things. Supplies are basically like spare parts, replacements, coffee filters, you know, the usual, all the stuff that keeps something running, which means it costs us 1,800. Well, these are about 100 apiece, so it costs about 1,800 every month just to keep that ship flying. And days fly by pretty fast in this game. Some of these ones are a lot cheaper. This one's also 10, this one's only 2, this one is 10, and this one is 5. So you kind of want to balance out how much it's costing you to run your fleet compared with how much cargo space you're getting. So we need to, you know, get an efficient fleet going. Anyway, storage aside, right outside there's also this desert planet you can talk to. They're independents. There's several independent factions in this game, and they really don't care what you do, to be honest. You can trade on the black market or anything. They might scan you, but they don't really seem to care too much. Plus, they're not really a bad side. They're just great for getting black market stuff and checking the prices of things. One thing you can do at any point is come in and hover over something like, say, drugs, press the F1 key, and it will give you a listing of the nearest planets that are selling it for the cheapest, and the nearest planets that are buying it for the most. So down the bottom there you can see we've got Echo Breeze Tritakian. They're actually selling it for rather cheap right now. And there's actually this Umbra Pirates here. They have a deficit of 1,200 and they're willing to buy them for 289, which, no, that's not good enough yet. At the start, early game, the universe needs to shake itself out a bit before the prices stabilize. But we can definitely find some reasonable priced runs around the place. I think I found our first trade deal. This is heavy armaments. Heavy armaments are these sort of mech-looking things. If you check down there, Captech Starworks Pirates are selling them. They have an excess of 200, and they're selling them for 297 a piece. This place, independent in whatever star system that is, they actually have a deficit of 400 and are buying for 832. Now, the thing is, people might get there before us and change those prices, so we need to move fast. So our first job is to head to Isira and go to this Captech Starworks Pirates thing. Pretty easy to do. We just bring this up. Isira was over here. Go to System Map, Captech Starworks, lay in a course, come back out, and then we want to immediately hit, where is it? Where's our hyperdrive? Never mind. A little bit of changing around with things. This is transverse jump. It allows us to jump without having to go to a wormhole, which should save us a little bit of time. You can see the days moving up there in the top left. And as you'll notice, the days move pretty fast. So you want to keep moving as quickly as you possibly can because time is literally money. Also, when you're in hyperspace like this, you're burning this fuel. And fuel also costs money. It's about, say, 25 credits per piece of fuel. So as you can see, we're literally burning money. Also, these clouds you pass through, they slow you down, which means it takes you longer to get to places. And at the same time, you can get struck by lightning in there, which damages your ships. Yeah, nothing really much you can do about that. Just keep flying straight, hold down the shift key if you want to speed up time. We want to buy as much as possible. Oh, and a piece of advice, if you keep one piece of stuff in your inventory of everything you're looking to buy and sell, you can keep track of the prices as you're moving, so you can go, oh yeah, like right now I'm trying to keep track of the prices of these 3 items because those 3 items are, well, the most valuable ones in the game per amount of space they take up in our cargo hold. We're not going to be going around dealing in, you know, stuff that takes up a lot of space and has a smaller profit margin. Alright, we're just into the system and we're going to be dealing with the pirates way over here. Now, as you'll notice, there's actually a legitimate side here, the Persian League. We don't want to be anywhere near them because, well, we're trading with pirates. And to trade with pirates, you have to turn off your transponder. They won't trade with you otherwise. And if the good side can see us and they see that we've turned off our transponder, they will be very unhappy with us. So what we want to do is wait until we're in the asteroid field. That muffles our signal, which makes us harder to detect, meaning they've probably lost track of us now. We'll turn off sustained burn. That actually reduces our sensor profile. We're now down to 2200. Then we turn off our transponder as well. That should drop our sensor profile even more, which means they should be very unlikely they noticed us going dark. And we pop into the pirate station, trade for goods, and yes, they do have that excess. They have an excess of 200 of them. How much space have we got in our cargo? Hold, you know what? Do we have enough to take the lot? Yeah. Oh, no, we'll be a little bit over. Fine. We'll put a... Oh, no. Actually, no, we got enough. Perfect. We'll take them all. Please note, we just bought 81 grand's worth of this stuff. Let us see how much we can sell it for. Checking the pricing on it again. Prices are still looking good. We're going to go to the EOS Exodus system, which is down and to the right of us, and we're going to the Bateas Independent. So EOS Exodus, Bateas Independent. That means we just hop out of here, go up into the map system, EOS Exodus, Bateas Independent, lay in a course, and then immediately, yeah, we're not wasting any time. We want to make those profits as quick as we can. One thing that messed up here, this is going to take us right by a sun. You know what, let's just see what happens. Look at our supplies down here in the bottom left. And as we get closer to the sun, look at, oh, yep. Don't get too close to suns, black holes, you know, all that kind of stuff. Because when you do, it drives up your supply costs because you're burning your ships to a crisp. Okay, we're coming up on this place. Well, doesn't matter. Hopefully we got here in time. Yes, they are paying lots of cash for this. Ooh, have they got anything else? No, we'll just do the quick trade first. So we just turned that 81 grand into 210 grand in one trade. Excellent. Then we just keep doing this. Well, trading on the market, we found one very handy mod spec. It's the augmented drive field. Increases your maximum burn level by 2, allowing you, when you install it in ships, basically you can move faster. Expanded missile racks, yeah, we'll get that one as well, but that one was more just, it was lying around the place. At the same time, if you look under the fleet section, there's actually a ship I've been looking forward to buying for a while, the Pirate Buffalo. This is a cargo ship. Now, the thing is, it's not the best ship in the game. What it is, though, is it costs 3 maintenance to run, its cargo capacity is 400, and it's actually pretty zippy. It has a maximum burn of 8. With some stuff we're going to do to it, it'll be fine. We just need to get this running at a speed of about 10 or 11 would be my preference. That's all very doable. Now, the next ship up from that one would be... Where is it? Hopefully they've got one. Nope, they do not have one. Anyway, the next ship up from that is the Buffalo, which is actually a bit chunkier, but it doesn't come with shielded cargo holds. This is why we wanted the pirate version. It comes with shielded cargo holds, and just the space to cost ratio of running one of these is just so cheap. We have to buy it. So yeah, welcome to the team. At the same time, while we're here, yeah, we'll dismiss that for the moment. We also want to get this Phaeton tanker. These tankers, it's about the perfect size. Not too big, not too small. Maintenance cost is only 4. Holds about as much as we want. There's a bigger tanker version of this, but this one seems to be just about perfect. So we'll also take that one while we're here. And then we can go into the refit screen and set them up. Oh, one other thing. This ship is the one that's holding us back the most right now. This ship has a maximum burn of 8, which combined with one of our bonuses, whatever, that makes us able to move at a speed of 9, meaning it's sustained burn. We're only running at 18 speed. We need to get up to 20. 20 is sort of the max limit for everyone, so we need to increase that speed just a little bit. So let's maybe... Well, we're not going to be combat focused, so we'll rip out the unstable injector, decrease that a bit, and then we'll add in... Where was it? Augmented drive field, cost 24. Oh, come on. Fine. There, we can make space for it. Done. Now that we have the augmented drive field, that means we can now move a little bit faster, meaning our speed should now be, yeah, maximum burn is 10. That means we can max out at about 20 speed. Much, much better. Then we just got to make a few changes down here as well. Before we go refitting this cargo ship, though, one thing I want to do is grab this little thing down here, bulk transport. Increases the burn level of all non-militarized civilian ships by 2. Well, it basically means +2 speed for all your civilian ships. And that's on top of the +1 you get here. So that's +3 for all civilian ships. Now, civilian ships do have some negatives, which is a bit of a problem. But just throwing that in there, that means this ship now has a maximum burn of 10, which is mental. Absolutely mental. It makes civilian ships much faster. Before, that used to apply. You'd only get a +1 for civilian grade ships, and you're better off just getting the militarized subsystems. This... you know what? I'll play it out a bit and show you. With all that extra cargo space, we can carry an awful lot more drugs. Just oodles of the stuff. That's 1,000 drugs in one sitting. Ah, beautiful. And the best bit is the person we're going to trade with is actually in the same system as the one we bought them in. So let's go over to the Dawn Pirates and say hello. Also, this is Tachyon space. They don't even care about drugs. So even if we did get scanned, no one would care. Also, finally, because we have made all of those changes to our fleet and we've grabbed that character update that gives us +2 to the increased burn level of our ships, now if we look down here when we go on our sustained burn, normally we'd be maxed out at 18, but now we go all the way up to 20. That is the maximum speed you can achieve by default. There's ways you can boost slightly above that, but that's generally it. Now what we want to do is actually get a little bit faster than having 10 speed. The reason being, well, sometimes you're going to pass through clouds and these clouds, nebulas, all sorts of stuff, and it'll slow down your ships. So I'd like everyone to have maybe 11 speed as a base. That would be a good thing to go for. And as we get to... Where are these pirates? Dear Lord, how far out are they? We might want to turn off sustained burn to reduce our sensor profile a bit. And then we will turn off our transponder as well. There we go, we're down to 630. Hopefully no one noticed. Now, if we go for trading in here, how much drugs do you guys need again? You're so short 1,020. Well, we can help you out a little bit there. There's 382,000. Actually, whoa. Always keep one so we can check pricing. Oh, and we're going to need one of those organs. Thank you very much. Done. 485 grand. Now we just need to do some more trading. Now, normally I don't share trades because it's pointless, but this is one trade I just had to share. That is 640 grand for 600 heavy armaments. That is nothing like arming extremist terrorists to make an enormous amount of money. I probably shouldn't have said that out loud. But yeah, on the bright side, that is a ton of cash, and we've still got a whole bunch of stuff we got to sell here. I think it's time we can cut back on the trading. We got about 2.2 million credits. You could probably stop at 1 million, to be honest. But what I've done is I've stashed a whole bunch of drugs on our terraforming platform. Basically, all the stuff we don't need, we're just dumping it there for now. We don't need the assault chain gun, actually. Ooh. Yeah, no, we don't need any of that. What we're going to do is go buy the ships that we want to use for the rest of the game. Now, there's so many ships to choose from. I should probably give you a quick example of what the combat is like, just to let you know why we're buying the ships we're buying. Welcome to the Luddic Church. They're a bunch of extremists who sell weapons quite handily to anyone, and we're here to buy some ships. Namely, the one type of ship I want for this run, because I want to pick a ship that's a little bit fun, but also not maybe mainstream. I'm going to go with Eradicators. Now, when it comes to this game, what you really need to realize is all these ships usually have abilities tied to them. For example, this one here has a burn drive built in. There's already some sort of built-in system in most ships. The burn drive just makes you move faster. It's not really a good boost, but the ship does come with a lot of ballistic slots. It's quite a good ship. Problem is its maximum burn is 8. And I want something fast because we're going to be doing a lot of exploring. We want to bring along something that's going to intimidate other people, but doesn't necessarily have to be fighting really good and just needs to be fast. So Eradicators have a maximum bird speed of 9. And later on, we can actually turn these into good ships because they come with what's called an accelerated ammo feeder. What this does is it increases your rate of fire for your ballistic weapons for a period of time. I don't know, it's 50% faster rate of fire for a period of time. It basically is a damage bonus. You don't get the large ballistic slots, but you do get 7 small ballistics and 3 medium ballistic slots, which is quite a lot of ballistic slots to go around. This thing's actually pretty beefy. Now, the thing is, you got to remember, there's actually loads of different variants of all these ships. So this is the Luddic Path variant, or well, the regular variant, I should say. They all come with this accelerated ammo feeder. However, there's the pirate version, and the pirate version doesn't come with the accelerated ammo feeder. It comes with a burn drive, which just makes this, well, a worse ship in general. You got to watch out for some ships get bonuses depending on which side produces them because they modify them. Sort of like the Pirate Buffalo here comes with a shielded cargo hold, whereas the regular Buffalo doesn't come with one. It's just different variants. So what we want is these regular variants that come with the accelerated ammo feeder. Now we're going to get a bit of a discount buying that one because it's damaged, but that's okay. This one, should we pay it? You know what? We can afford it. We'll buy this one as well. Why not? We can retrofit it. Now, when you go into the section here, there's this option to do a refit. A restore. What this does is it gets rid of these negatives. You see, you can buy ships that come with, imagine they've been crashed a few times and there's some built-in damage now. So this has damaged weapon mounts, which decreases the turret rate turn speed. Faulty automated systems, decreases combat readiness, faulty power grid, all this stuff. But if we do a restore, which costs us 207 grand, actually more than buying the ship. However, I kind of want these in a hurry, and we can afford it. We've got the money. Now we just have to equip them. And this is where you get into the real meat and veg of this game. Oh wow, there is all these little turrets here. See these small little turrets there? It's got a square. That means it's ballistic. The radius here, you can see that's sort of the range of it, or the turret turn radius. So this is more of a rear-facing small ballistic turret. Probably best to put in some point defense there to shoot down missiles that are trying to fly up the tailpipe of your ship. Then you've got these front-mounted cannons, and you'll see that these radiuses here, all three of them intersect around the front, so you can usually focus those three firing forward. And we want to go with a sort of a ranged build. We're not going to be using this for much fighting at the start, but any fighting we do, we want to do it as far away as possible. So I have been collecting a few weapons to help out. This is a heavy mauler, it's an anti-armor. This is a heavy hypervelocity driver. All of them have 1,000 range. They're ballistic weapons. I'm more than happy to throw them in there. And for you, we'll put in, yeah, heavy mauler. So 2 anti-shield and 1 heavy mauler for anti-armor. The way this works is you see, look down the bottom there under damage types. You've got damage type is kinetic, 200% versus shields and 50% versus armor. These things are good at punching down the shields of your enemies. And then this thing here has 200% versus armor, 50% versus shields. High explosive damage. This means it's good at punching through the armor once the shields are down. Also, armor has an annoying property where even if you destroy the armor on a ship, it still reduces the damage dealt to it. So we'll get more into that later. And then for maybe the smaller ballistic turrets, railguns. You can never go wrong with these. These are small ballistic weapons that have, well, they're just good all-rounders. Small ballistic turret. Let me see where I'm going to put all of these. There we go. A very poorly designed ship. We've actually put in an augmented drive fuel to increase its burn level by 2. If you were making this a combat focus ship, you would not be doing this. We're doing this because we want these ships to be useful for us as we're going out and exploring. So we're going to do the exact same thing with the next ship. Actually, I'm going to give these ships names. These ones we're going to be keeping all the way into the late game, so let's name them all. Please welcome Imian. Damn it. Okay, I'm committing to Imian. That's it. That's the name. I'm going to have so much trouble repronouncing that letter every time we mention that ship. All right, next one up. This one has compromised armor. What? You won't even bother restoring it. One thing I should point out, there is an auto-fit feature, so you don't have to keep messing around with doing the same ships again and again if you have the same idea. What we can do is we can just get rid of that and then select this as custom. And yeah, confirm. Okay. And then we should be able to go to the next one, auto fit, do custom, confirm, and there you go. It puts in all the weapons that we already selected. Now I know there's a bunch of empty missile points here, but honestly, we don't really need them. This thing's going to be fine just the way it is. It's basically just a big, intimidating block of metal in space, which is exactly what we want. All right, now that we've got a couple of warships to intimidate people away, we can get rid of some of these lower level scrap pieces we don't need, as in black market crew under strength. Well, yeah, okay, we'll have to take care of that. I suppose we did just buy a bunch of ships. All right, we can sell off the ones we don't want. Basically, this one here, yeah, can totally go. Carrier fleet, no, you're gone. Bye-bye. Oh, now, hammerheads are actually quite good, but don't need it. I mean, don't get me wrong, good ship and all that, but we're going entirely with a whole bunch of eradicators, simply because of the fact that they've got the accelerated ammo feeder. In fact, these hammerheads are quite a good ship in general. They're one really good early game starting ship because of the accelerated ammo feeder, but we're not going to be doing really any early game fighting. We're going to be sort of skipping straight to the later stages of the game. Now, as I mentioned, I'm not refitting this ship here. This one here that actually has that negative buff on it, the compromised armor, which, you know, we'd prefer to actually have that armor maxed out. Here we go. This has 1600 armor with the heavy armor we've chucked on top of it. This makes it incredibly chunky. The compromised armor one is only 1280, which is kind of weak sauce. But that's okay. We have gone all the way down this tree to get to hull restoration. We have a small chance of removing a demod, or they're called demods, those negative things, from a hull every month. So after a while, that one will go away. It's just a cheap way of getting them repaired. Now, we're probably going to pick up more of those ships as we go along, but there's no rush on it. For now, we've finished the early part of the game. The early part of the game is just getting a bunch of cash and getting yourself a half-decent exploration feat. Now it's time to explore the galaxy. So far, we have kept inside here in known space. Everywhere out here is the unknown stuff. And basically, this is where all the good stuff is. All the good tech, all the good resources you're going to need, all the stuff we're going to need to make our late-game colonies, it's all there. Now, I have accepted a mission. Analyze mining station. There's one out here on the edge of the map, as in way over here on the right. Now, the reason I accepted that is we get to go out there and just analyze a mining station. Secondly, it finds us a mining station. Mining stations contain loads of good goodies, and we want to go out there and find that one. Also, there's 4 black holes along the way, and black holes normally contain research stations, and those research stations also contain really good goodies. Also, there's a bunch of stars along the way that we're going to want to maybe stop in and see if any of them have Terran-class planets. 1 minute while we just load up on supplies and get moving. One last thing we want to do as well, basically put that into storage. That's our short-range cargo hauler. We've got this giant cargo hauler for what we're going to be doing next. But what we do want to do is pick up more of these ships. These ships here come with what's called a salvage gantry. This helps us increase our salvage. So if we go into, say, ship refit here, and you'll see the salvage gantry ability, it increases the amount of resources you will gain from salvaging derelicts, hulks, stations, all that stuff. Now, it won't increase the really rare stuff like blueprints and things like that. We'll get more into that later. What it does do is increase the amount of fuel and supplies we get, and that's what determines when we have to come home. When we start running out of fuel and supplies, we got to come back. So this increases it by 25%, and if we stick in a second one, they don't quite stack completely, but it will increase our supplies from the amount we get from 25% to 44%. So we're going to buy a second salvage rig, just so we can. Where is it? There should be one here. Yeah, this salvage rig here. We will buy that ship. It has a minor demod on it, but nothing too scary. It's compromised storage. We don't really care. It has very little storage to start with anyway. One extra thing we're going to throw on top of that is, where is it? Surveying equipment. For each one of these we have with our fleet, it reduces the cost of surveying planets with just by 40 supplies and 40 heavy machinery because of all the ones we've got. We've got one built into this, another one built into that one, and this one over here also has surveying equipment built in and high resolution sensors, which lets us see things a little bit further. That's actually quite handy. I'd like to get my hands on that, the actual research for that, so we could stick some high resolution sensors onto some of our ships. But once we get rid of that, once we drop off that buffalo back home, time to head out. And we're off. We are going on a journey all the way to over there. Now, if you look down here, it'll tell you how long it's going to take. But 18 days, we'll burn almost 400 fuel. Now, at the same time, you can see down here, we're burning about 2.42 supplies a day. Though I think we've just got struck by lightning. Yeah, there's some repairs going on. Our ship maintenance is about 1.32. That's how many supplies we're burning per day. This is an expensive journey. The reason why you wait so long to do it is so that you can develop a decent fleet, make sure you're ready for just about anything. Plus, we've got enough firepower that we can take care of most of the domain era probe problems, and we shouldn't have to run from a lot of things. And even if we do, we're actually pretty fast. Ow. Ow. Yeah, we just got a bunch of damage on our ships. Oh well. Oh. Yeah. So this weird looking thing here, is it showing up? Starscape? Ah, yes, there we go. This is a hyper tube of some sort. It's like a thing that allows you to move faster through the space. However, crossing them is a pain in the... Come on. I'm trying to get out. Turn right. Turn right. Just turn right. Damn it. Well, that's just awkward. Come on, come on. Let us out. Nope. That took us miles out of our way. Yeah, those things are really frustrating. It's fine. It's fine. Laying a course. How long is it going to take us now? Well, once we get turned around and start heading that direction, working at 15 days. Okay, so long as we don't run into another one of those warp pipes. They're really handy if they're going the way you're going, but if they're not... One last thing to note, because our ships are so zippy, even though we're passing through clouds, it only slows us down to about 19. Assuming we don't get struck by lightning and launched about the place. This just means that we're able to travel just a little bit faster everywhere and save ourselves just a little bit of time and money. More importantly, the time. It's actually a pretty long journey to get all the way out to these locations. Alright, let's go find this mining station we were supposed to get. And there's a derelict ship. New planet. Barren world, barren desert. Maybe that's a barren one. Alright, let's go find this mining station. First thing we do is salvage that ship, which gives us some supplies. We will take those, thank you very much. We'll probably dump the iron later, but for now we've got enough cargo space to take everything. We're also going to survey every single planet out here. Unidentified sensor contacts. You know what? Then, of course, for that first. What we want to do is survey planets because, well, it gets you a little bit of money, plus it kind of gets rid of some question marks later on. Ultra-rich deposits. Perfect. Also, we're really looking for ruins. Ruins give you, well, lots of goodies as well. Okay, head over there, and we'll do a quick sensor sweep. Sensor sweep basically is a big, massive ping out everywhere, and you can hopefully see if there's anything out there. That might be interesting. That also showed us up those things. I'm going to assume that's the... Yep, there we go. That's the mining thing we were looking for. That's what'll get us the mission that sent us here. So the moment we scan this, run the sensor package, we gained 90 grand, and now we get to explore it. The reason we want to explore it... Oh, consider ship recovery? What's recoverable there? Okay, they've got a... whatever, a standard freighter. Yet I don't care. No, thank you. We'll just begin the salvage operations. Thank you very much. And there we go. Loads of resources plus solar shielding. Yes! Shield conversions. Actually, we'll take the lot. And that's why we brought all of those salvage gantries, so we could get more resources every time. But do you remember these solar shielding specs, all of these secret research things? You don't get more of those. Doesn't help with that, unfortunately. One thing to note, though, is, well, the moment you finish salvaging, immediately go down here and hit the scavenge button. For some reason, I don't know why the devs did this. When you salvage, or when you go through one of those mining stations or research stations, it leaves behind a bunch of salvage afterwards, and you have to salvage again, which... yeah, okay, I'll do it, but it just seems like extra button clicks. I don't know why it's there. Just get rid of the extra button clicks and give us all the salvage straight away. I don't know. We have successfully explored this system, taken everything we wanted. What do you do now? Well, that's easy. Since we're out here on the edge of space, well, we want to hit up those black holes, but since we're really near to the corner, let's just explore these planets. Thing is, some of them could have ruins, some of them could have nice things, who knows? Now, one thing to note, if we do a jump to hyperspace, this will cost us 7.9 supplies. Not straight away, but basically, it consumes 11 fuel just to do the jump, and then we have to spend time repairing our ships because it's stressful on the ships for some reason. So we burn through 7.8 supplies doing it. However, it depends how long it takes, or we could just go to the local wormhole over... actually, 1 second. Yeah, we're spending 2.5 or 1.12 on ship maintenance, but that's not going to last for very long. Sorry. Spending 1.25 on ship maintenance, which means if we just run over here and go into this inner system jump point, it will actually save us a little bit of resources. This can be handy if you start running short on resources. We're not at the moment, but just something to be aware of if you want to, if you're starting to run dry or get to the bottom of the barrel of your supplies when you're out on the edge of the system. Let's just keep exploring. I'll let you know if anything interesting pops up. Oh, good thing to notice, down here you'll see when you move into an area it tells you what planets are there. We're interested in the desert world because it might be able to support food. That's one of the things you really want in a colony, though this place is actually miles out of our way. We really don't care. This place is so far away, I don't think we'd ever settle it unless we were absolutely desperate. Also, do yourself a favour, don't be an idiot like me. Turn off your transponder when you're out here. It just makes it easier for your enemies to find you if you leave your transponder on when you're out here. Ooh, that's what you want to see. There is a Terran world here. That's highly unlikely. Wait, this planet is yellow sun? I want to say it's a yellow sun. Yeah, yellow stars? I thought it was orange stars that were more likely to have Terran worlds. You know what? Doesn't matter, I will take it. We're going to have to scan that and see if it's any good. Derelict mudskipper transport. Well, we'll explore, continue, and building the salvage operations. Oh, one thing I should probably do while we're here is use these mod specs. Burn them. There's no point leaving them about. As in, if we use them now, they're just not taking up space in our inventory. So, thank you, and thank you. Ooh, orbital habitat. We are in a good location. Attempt to open the pods. Lieutenant Hugh Demios, level 5, has joined you. Well, welcome to the team, Chief. Begin the salvage operation. What do you got for us? Gamma core. Fine. I should have left all those weapons at home. They're just taking up space in the valuable cargo space. And that's... what? Why is there so much food here? Now, keep the food. I don't want it. You see down here, if you go over cargo capacity, they start charging you extra. So we're just going to leave all that stuff behind. It's honestly not worth toting around with us. Yeah, we'll confirm and continue that. Oh, and immediately do another salvage. Assess. No, I said salvage. God damn it, my bad. So this is the Terran class planet. It's got extreme weather, which increases the hazard rating. Base value of 100. That's actually pretty good. Plentiful organics, moderate ore deposits, adequate farmland, and scattered ruins. It's not great, but that's actually a solid planet. Now, one thing is, since it's got ruins, we get to explore them and begin a salvage operation. And they've got nothing we really care about. Whatever. It happens. But still, first Terran planet this early on, I'm going to consider that a good sign. And what is that ship over there? You know what? There's some enemies in this area, and I think it's time we left. Yeah, I think we're going to head over to this planet next, whatever it's called. This planet has some widespread ruins, and actually poor farmland. Normally there's not this many places that can support food around here. Alright, let's explore the ruins and see if we get any more pods. We got an administrator. Oh, God damn it. I'm just going to have to pay them. There we go. There's a pirate blueprint package. If we learn that, that allows us to build all those ships. Well, once we have a colony and a bunch of other prerequisites, we'll be able to build our own ships. That gives us all of the blueprints to build them. Well, most of the pirate class ones. I would now like to point out that we have more supplies now than when we actually left. I'm not sure about our fuel. You know what? It doesn't matter. This has worked out quite nicely so far. We can keep exploring for quite a long... Oh, God damn it. No, let me out. Let me out. Wonderful. Where were we going? Yes, laying a course. Well, at least we didn't end up inside it, it's fine. We are about to jump into a neutron star area. Now, if I recall, these things are incredibly annoying. There is a barren world here. I bet it's barren. See, the thing is, these neutron stars do something a little bit funky. They basically emit this beam flying out from them, and oh yeah, there it is on our left. And that's moving this direction. You don't want to get caught in that. That hurts. So what we want to do is get in here, survey this world, have a quick spin around, see if there's a science station around here somewhere. If there is, raid the science station, then get out. Just, ooh, extensive ruins. Yes. Yes. We will explore those extensive ruins. Begin the salvage operation, thank you kindly. Ooh, corrupted nanoforge. Okay, they're not great, but what is great is this. Catalytic core. Vastly improves the effectiveness of refining operations by whatever. Basically, what you need to do is put your refining stuff on a planet with no atmosphere and throw this into it, and you can get a whole bunch of extra refining products out. It's incredibly useful. It's one of those things you definitely need, and this is the reason we're out here, to find things like this to make our colony, when we build it, incredibly profitable. Ooh, would you look at that? It's a research station. That is... Ooh, I would love to get access to that. I think we'll just have to run away for a bit, though. Yeah. Actually, I got an idea. What if we do a quick jump and then come back in via the we'll do a quick jump, transverse jump into space, and we'll come back in via the wormhole, and that should allow us to bypass having to go through a bunch of stuff there. Yep, right in here again. Ooh, that was tight. Well, we missed it. That's fine. Now, we totally didn't get caught in that beam, which is good. Now we just got to get in here and raid that research station. Toot sweet. There's actually orbital mechanics in this, so that research station is actually rotating around the star at the same time the star is, well, giving out its neutron blasts. Also, I'm pretty sure that planet's about to get... Yeah, there's a reason why that planet is barren right now. So you can hide behind the planet if you don't want to get burned. Nice way to do things. Alright, let's... you know what, we'll turn off sustained burn. We're going to need a little bit more control here. We want to make this in and out. Alright, buddy, what do you got? Begin salvage operations. Oh, the sweet motherload. Combat drone replicator. That'll improve our ground defenses. Tempest-class frigate blueprint. Yes, please. Burst PD laser. Yeah, whatever. Automated repair unit. Mod spec. Ooh, high-resolution sensors. I was looking for that. Shield conversion. Omni. Ballistic rangefinder. Well, I always was a fan of that. Oh, you know what? Let's just take it all. This place is just loaded with goodies. Ah, beautiful. Confirm and continue. Yeah, I'm so glad we came out to this area. Can we do another salvage after that? Oh, won't let us salvage. Come on, there must be some salvage there, right? Ah, there we go. Let's do a salvage. Assess, begin salvage operations. Oh, come on. Hell yes. Phase anchor. We now have, what, 1,000... We now have more stuff than when we started, in terms of resources. This is just a nice fleet for going around and getting things done. Well, a mining station has just provided us with an autonomous mantle borer. This will increase the mining on any planet we install it in. Not a gas giant, and it can't be habitable though, so that's fine. Barren planet or something like that would be perfect. Nice. Well, we found a planet that has 601 harvested organs. That's, well, that's good. We'll take those back with us. I'm sure we will find someone who will be more than happy to use them for something. Damn. I think we're being followed. I don't know what those sensor contacts are, but never mind. They were making me nervous for a minute. Right, next up, we are going to a black hole. Don't worry, we won't be going into the black hole. We're just going to have a look around it. Almost guaranteed there's some sort of science station or something somewhere around this thing. I got a frozen world, a gas giant, and an ice giant. Well, let's go around and do some surveys, collect all the equipment, and see if we can't find some tasty toys. Both those black holes, duds. Nothing there. I found one planet with some ruins on it. That was about it. That's really depressing. Normally black holes... Always, but usually they contain something, and 2 in a row with nothing at them? That's just depressing. Alright, this next place better be good. While we were out here, we've actually found a ship. It's an Eradicator, one of those ships we actually quite like. It's got a couple of D-mods on it for stuff, but nothing too major. I'd say we would take it with us. Yeah, give it to us. Why not? We'll have to repair it up a bit, but it should work out just fine. Oh, and in the fleet section here, let's see. It might... Oh, crew under strength. Well, in that case, we are going to mothball it. Yeah, mothball. So it's no longer in use. How much crew does that thing actually take? Skeleton crew is 120. Yeah, we don't quite have that much spare crew capacity. Yeah. There's 500. Okay, we need 409. Yeah, well, maybe we can use it later. But for now, we'll just have to get around to leaving it in mothball form. Now, there seems to be something interesting around this black hole, but we need to be careful because we get too close to the black hole, we end up very dead. There's a research station. Excellent. Excellent. Perfect. Ooh, now let's see what you've got for us. Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. Blueprint for hypervelocity driver, more blueprints, more blueprints, more blueprints. Yeah, that's a lot of blueprints. Of course, the moment we leave here, we have to hit 6 to salvage, so that we can then take the rest of what's there. What do you got for me? Another advanced optics mod spec. I think we already just picked up that one, did we? Now we have 2 advanced optics mods. Whatever, it's fine. We'll take everything you got. Oh god, we're over fuel capacity. We've literally got more fuel than when we started. Salvage gantry is just so useful. We haven't actually maxed out our cargo capacity. That's probably what's going to send us back this time around. Now let's get out of here by hitting 4. Emergency burn. Get us out of that gravity well as soon as you possibly can. Ooh, okay. Now let's just head over to that wormhole and exit this black hole area. Well, things just went badly. We just got hit by a pirate force, though I don't think... I hope they're not too dangerous. I think we got this. Where are they? They are immediately behind us. Well, that's wonderful. You know what? Just going to put you on autopilot. Guys, get back there immediately. Don't let them destroy the cargo ship. If they destroy the cargo ship, I will be very annoyed. Where's the rest? Is that it? Wait, that's their only ship? Their only combat ship is a Sunderer. Well, this is not going to last very long. What? Where do you think you're going? Oh my god, I can't believe you started a fight with us and that was all you had. You brought a destroyer to a cruiser fight. You absolute psychopath. Okay, well, yeah, looks like I was worried for no reason. While we're on this map, I should probably cover a few things. One is this: there's a sensor jammer built into this map, or they're going to show up. Things like this are going to show up on the maps you're fighting on. This one here actually has an ECM rating. Electronic countermeasures. What it does is it reduces the range of your enemy's weapons, and it's sort of like a fight. Like, just say you have an ECM value of 23, and they have an ECM value of 20. Then you win, but it's only a 3% decrease. It decreases their weapon range by 3%, whatever the remaining percentage is, up to a maximum of 10. This is actually a very valuable thing in late game fights. For now, though, we're not really fighting. Then there's this comm relay, which is 25% faster command points recovery and plus 30 bonus points to deployment. We don't really have to worry about deployment just yet because, well, oh my god, no. Hey guys, get over there. Our fuel tanker's about to get knocked out. That would be really uncomfortable. Fuel tanker. You head over that way. Yep, no, you're probably gonna die. Hey, guys. Oh my god. I don't think I have any fast. I have no fast defense frigates, so this thing is just going to destroy that frigate. Well, what are you doing? Get out of there. Oh god. That is most frustrating. Well, there ends our adventure. We don't have enough fuel storage to keep this up for much longer. And there goes that thing's life. Goddamn monster. I've never been pursued by pirates before, so this was an interesting experience. Let's make sure... You guys, defend that. You defend that. You two, defend that. Yeah, that would make more sense. Actually... You know what? We'll have you attack that, and the rest defend the ship. Oh god, there's another one over there. Why are they attacking from all over the place? This is just annoying. Oh well, I'll take care of it. Well, that was rather annoying. We've lost our fuel tanker, which... Ugh, that's just... Well, all this stuff retreated? I don't think they're going to retreat very far. I'm feeling rather vengeful right about now. Consider ship recovery. Can we recover those ships? Wait, we can recover them? Okay, fine. The rest of them? No. Like, you can keep those. We don't want them. Alright then, let's pick through the wreckage and see what you left us. We don't have any fast ships, but I would like to hunt them down just a little bit. Well, I set my second in command to handle it, and handle it they did. Any ships we can consider worth recovering? I'm not sure it's worth it. Nah, no problems. We don't want any of that. We'll just take the scrap. Well, it feels kind of justified. They were the ones that started that fight, and they made it really annoying. Though I think our ship design worked out pretty well. Though I don't think that was really a good test of it. While flying about the place, we actually stumbled upon some sort of Luddic Path base. Or is it Luddic Church? Whatever. It's not a good place. We had to pay them a bunch of bribery money, but we got to use their station to actually refit our ships. Now all of our ships come equipped with solar shielding. So solar shielding basically reduces the damage you're taking those lightning strikes by 75%. Except for on this ship. All the rest of them got it. And we even bought some crew so we could bring this other pirate or this other eradicator online. So now we were actually looking a little bit more, well, a little bit where we prefer to be. We're still not going into combat mode yet. We're just going into finishing off exploring. We're still trying to find a good Terran-class planet nice and close to our home base. I'm thinking, ooh, Jungle World. That's nice. Let's see what we got here. Well, exploring the planets, we appear to have run into a problem. We're going at full tilt this direction, and there's an unidentified fleet we can't avoid. But I think we can take them. We don't need to run away, I don't think, because they only have one cruiser. None of the rest look actually dangerous. I figure we just take in our warships and we pound them. It should actually be fairly handy. Actually, let's see if we can talk our way out of it. When you get to the next life, tell him it was Trigger Finger Nil that sent you. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I'm still on that stupid ship, aren't I? Yeah, I really got to switch over to one of those eradicators at some point. We'll just move into engage. We will continue, and we'll just send in the ships. That one's not actually quite ready yet. Also, we've been picking up pilots along the way. All right, you. I'm going to want you all to actually defend this ship, and you, autopilot. Perfect, we don't even have to do anything. They'll all cluster around this ship, hopefully, and keep it from getting blown up. This is the only one I'm really worried about losing, because it's not really that good. And these guys have... well, they've got a lot of DAC on them. There is a lot of guns in them, so they should be fine, and they've got a fair bit of tankiness. Pretty much anything they shoot sort of starts to evaporate really quickly. Yeah, like, all these smaller ships have about a life expectancy of almost 0. You guys, you want to get in there? Maybe, you know, do a little bit of attacking. Oh, wow, that's a lot of mines. Okay. No, one ship down already. Oh, actually, 2 ships down already. Third ship eating an awful lot of firepower. Over here, another ship down. Wow, that's just one of you doing all that damage? Jesus. We definitely put the right guns on them, I think. They just sit back and pound, and the enemy sort of take some damage, run back. Yeah, I know. I'm sure there's a bunch of professional Starsector players out there wincing right now. It's just, you know, they can feel the disturbance somewhere of someone playing this game so badly. Oh, wow. Those fighters seem absolutely horrendous. All their entire bombing run just missed. Really sucks to be the pirates. Oh, wow. What's that? Yeah, that is a converted cargo ship with some guns on it. I don't think that's going to last very long once its shields go down. And everywhere over here are just corpses. Absolutely corpses everywhere. How's everyone doing? Yeah, no, they're all coming back. They're all still protecting the Apergy cruiser. Okay, then. I'll just let this play out. You know, they managed to hide for a bit behind the corpses of the other people, but it didn't go well for them in the end. Okay, there's a couple of ships retreating from the engagement. I really don't care, to be honest. Let them go. There's no point. Consider ship recovery. They all suck. That ship there is just a really bad cruiser. Just terrible. No, thank you. We will just pick through the wreckage and take a few scraps, I suppose. Yeah, not really like we need most of this. Whatever. Oh, would you look at that? That was actually a bounty hunt. Bounty completed for Triggerfinger. We didn't even claim that one. 76 grand received. Relationship with the hegemony improved by 3. Okay. That's actually pretty good. Perform a survey, shall we? Now, where's this jungle planet? Well, as jungle planets go, this is... Oh, wow. That is... They found common organics, trace volatiles, abundant ore, abundant rare ore, poor farmland, unfortunately, and scattered ruins. This is actually quite a nice planet. Hazard rating 225. Well, that's a bit of a problem. High gravity, hot, tectonic activity, extreme weather, inimical biosphere? Okay, deadly to unprotected humans. Right, so, no then. We'll just, we'll leave that as a no. We'll explore the ruins, but this place seems like it would be a bad... Ooh, corrupted nanoforge. We have jumped into a system with a warning beacon on it. Now, it's got a couple of desert worlds I'd be interested in investigating, but there's also these Ordos, or dormant fleets. You're going to encounter these every so often. They're not these ones, these remnant fragments, they're not actually active right now, but we'll go in and move in to engage them. Let's see, we'll send in the two, just 2 of the ships, and let them take care of the problem. As far as I can tell, since... Oh, damn it. They should be able to handle these quite easily with the firepower they've got at their disposal. Plus, these ships are pretty tough. Our guys are an entire class up, and outrange them spectacularly. Yeah, they're just... Wow, your flux is maxed out. You're just going to run it... Oh, man. It's going to take forever to chase these down, isn't it? We managed to sucker it in by turning around, and then they instantly get vaporized the moment they come in range of anything that would sustained firepower. They're pretty weak sauce. We should really get some faster ships to take care of them. Our relationship with the Remnant is reduced. No one cares. They're the Remnant. They're evil to everyone. Alright, I think we're just about home and dry, though. This is probably the last system I'm going to investigate. We have investigated all the way through here, all the way back. There's so much galaxy to explore. Well, that went really well. After all of our exploring everywhere around the galaxy, we have come back with... Well, a lot of junk. We've explored 32 Class 1 planets, 10 Class 2 planets, 5 Class 3, 6 Class 4, and 2 Class 5 planets. I think Class 5 count as Terran Jungle. So, yeah, that seems about right. We've also come back with a lot of weapons, most of which we don't care about. But the real jewels are this, the Autonomous Mantle Bore, the Catalytic Core, and the Combat Drone Replicator. These 3 are going to help our colony when the time comes. This is what we were really after. We spent all that time searching just to get those. And there's several other things we're going to be looking for, including the planet we want to actually colonize. So it's back home, drop off, resupply, and then head out again. In fact, actually, we don't need to resupply. We've got 936 supplies. That's more than what we left with. We're also fully fueled. And now we have solar shielding on all our ships. Also, some minor upgrades for these... We've put in integrated targeting units. They're slightly better than the unit that was in there before. The last unit they had gave them 35% bonus to range. This gives them 40. So these guys have quite beefy range, and they're just nasty. Don't get me wrong, they're not combat focused, but even though they're not combat focused, they're still pretty nasty considering the range and the firepower they've got. After a quick stop back at the Ludic Church to say hello and say our prayers, so to speak, we've picked up a few extra eradicators. We're now up to 6. Which reminds me, I never named any of those, did I? We've got the one I can't pronounce. We got Nyx Tempest, we got Mad Fatter, we got Anakaha, Azure Sky, and Zif. Yeah, basically a cat ran across the keyboard. It's got to be a cat ran across the keyboard on that one. I have no idea how to pronounce that. We were going to take the 2 with D-mods on them with us, and we're going to bring about 4 eradicators with us, leave the rest at home, no point spending the money. Having 4 eradicators with us just makes us so much chunkier. These things have worked out incredibly well. The whole plan was, we have a ship that can shoot further than most of the things we face, so all of them have to come at us. The pirates, those beam shippy guys, all of those things have to come close to us, meaning we don't have to run them down. They just run into our firepower range and get blapped. There's just so much firepower to us, and they're actually pretty tanky as well. I've had to take off the heavy armor so we could fit on the other things, but I think they'll do just about right. So, now that all that's done, the plan is... Well, we kind of have to explore everywhere. You see, we need to find ourselves a habitable planet with, actually a few different things. Once I find it, I'll be able to point out the bits we really importantly needed. So what we need to do now is find somewhere to go. Analyze a derelict ship for the Ludic Church. Sure, where is it? Ship is orbiting an inactive gate. Excellent, let's rock. And that's it, I'm going to head out this direction and keep exploring. Now, I'm going to cut out the episode there for today. I'm going to do a bunch of exploring in the background though and keep searching. I sort of want to get started on the colony next round, but I think this is just a nice way to start. These ships are pretty much brain dead. You can let them on autopilot. You don't even need pilots for them, and they just blap everything that comes near you. You don't need to really do that much. And the weapons you put on them are not even that hard to find. I mean, I think the railguns are probably the most annoying. Hypervelocity drivers, heavy maulers, railguns, and then a bunch of Vulcan cannons. That's it. We don't even put missiles on. We save the points, the OP points for these, so that we can actually just stick on more vents. That gives us the capacity to keep running these consistently, and it allows our shields to protect us. This just works out to be a decent ship for morons who aren't very good at fighting. It works perfectly for me. Oh, me, there's about another 10 of them, and I think I'd be happy. All right, I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck.